Thank you so much, Kerry, for the
It's
invite.
good. It's good to see you today. Hey, let's just start off this way. Hi, it's Pastor Kerry with Compass Christian Church in Riverside, California. And recently, we hosted our Compass Christmas Telethon. And that's our effort to help raise money for the signature missions that we support. Let me encourage you to consider how that you might bless these missions with your generosity. We've made it easy for you to give. All you have to do is click the link that will take you to the giving page, or there'll be a graphic as we go through our interview where you can give by text. And so let's reclaim Christmas this holiday season by doing something positive. Now let's get back to the interview. Hey, let's just start off this way. Tell me, what does tumaini mean?
Tumaini is a Kiswahili word which means hope.
Okay, so it means hope. And your ministry is all about bringing hope where there is no hope. Is that correct?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
that is our calling.
yeah. So tell me how what encompasses your ministry right now? What are some of the things that you are doing in the country of Kenya?
Well, our calling right now focuses on what I would call three pillars, and we focus on the kids or
Mhm.
children, vulnerable children. Historically, we started with the AIDS orphans, and over the years, we have expanded our ministry to cover orphaned and vulnerable children in general. We started
Yeah.
with the AIDS, and now it's just any kid that is vulnerable. And basically, we focus on healthcare, education, and socioeconomic empowerment.
Yeah.
Uh, those are the three areas that we focus on in terms of empowering kids who are vulnerable.
And you also work with women, is that correct, to help them to be able to find sustainable means of living?
We do. Actually, the way it works is so let's say we go to Village A to uh, provide sponsorship for vulnerable children. So we provide healthcare and education to the children, but because poverty goes beyond just the AIDS and the kids, it also goes into the community. We
Yeah.
also work with the youth and the women groups within that community
Mhm.
uh, who, are, who have formed what we call co-ops or self-help groups. They're already trying to address their poverty issues, and maybe there are things that they cannot afford. We come alongside, we partner with them, and we give either grants or microloans and technical support, all the above, so that by the time the kids age out of the program, the community and especially women and youth groups have also been empowered
Mhm.
socioeconomically.
Yeah,
So it's
great.
really a comprehensive community development, if you will.
Yeah, I just love what you're doing over there in Kenya. I've been there twice. I'd like to go back again, maybe after the COVID thing lifts.
We would love to have you back, Kerry.
Yeah, it'd be wonderful. So, how were you called into this ministry? If I recall right, it was a tragedy that brought you into this ministry in the first place.
It was scanning almost 20 years ago now. I can't believe
Wow.
it's been, yeah. So within a period of 3, 4 years, I lost two of my brothers back in Kenya to HIV/AIDS. And between my two brothers, they left 12 kids
Wow.
who basically fell on our lap. My wife and I were raising our three boys. And so just through that family tragedy, our eyes were opened to the havoc that HIV/AIDS was causing, not just in Kenya, but in the whole of sub-Saharan Africa. And
Yeah.
we felt called to specifically help families who had been orphaned through HIV/AIDS. And so that's how we got started.
Yeah. And so from that initial start where you were helping 12 kids, your nieces and nephews, after your brothers had died, is that how has this ministry grown?
We've grown quite a bit. Yeah, we started with those kids, and then within a couple of months, We found ourselves sponsoring 45 kids, 50 kids. And right now, we are sponsoring 1,643 children
Wow.
between kindergarten and all the way to graduate education. We have some pursuing education in Kenya and overseas. But besides the child sponsorship, I should mention that we currently have 1,535 alumni, those who
Wow.
have gone through the program,
Hmm.
doing various jobs, teachers. We have a university professor, we have doctors, we have teachers, we have business people,
Yeah.
and some of them now have come back to the organization and are actually working with us in the organization, including the current country director, is a Tumaini alumni.
Oh.
And so we're just proud of what God has done, really.
Yeah.
It surprises us every day we look at what has happened. But
Yeah.
apart from church sponsorship, we have a medical clinic that serves over 7,000 people every year.
Hmm.
Both our to main sponsored kids, they come there, they are treated free because they are sponsored. And then the community members are able to get services at a highly subsidized rate. We
Wow.
also do mobile clinics. We go to the villages where there are no services. And every year we are treating another 1,800 people.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
then through the socioeconomic efforts, the women and youth groups that we are working with, this year we have actually reached over 33,000 primary and secondary beneficiaries. These are
Wow.
people who are being lifted out of poverty, or at least extreme poverty.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and we have a girls' high school. Of course, we have the medical clinic. There are a few other things that just God has brought alongside to support
Yeah.
the work that we are doing. It's really incredible.
It's really, yeah, it really is. I I don't know exactly what year I went to Africa, but but all of this infrastructure that you've been able to develop has come alongside of that since.
Oh, yeah, it's
And
been within the last 5 or so years.
yeah, and but the whole backbone of your program, correct me if I'm wrong, is essentially child sponsorship. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yes.
You know, and so you're able to do all of this good, not because you're such a wealthy person yourself.
Yeah, my wife would say amen to that.
Yes, but but it's because and it's not because you have a whole lot of wealthy partners.
No.
It's just because individuals who care, who sponsor children as they are able, that sometimes maybe one child, sometimes maybe three or four or five, that however many that they're able. What currently is the cost of sponsoring a child? Maybe I should say the investment of sponsoring a child every month. How much is it
It is
to sponsor a
35,
child?
sorry, $38 a month,
38. Yeah.
or $456 a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
That's wonderful. You know, I my wife and I have sponsored children through To Maini. We also we also kind of launched the sponsor the director
Yes,
idea, you know. But
yes.
and we've been investing also just in the general fund along the way because we
Mm.
just truly believe in and value your work. But and as you know, that one of our sponsored children, she was probably about 11 years old, I think, that when we started sponsoring, and she's a nurse now in
Yes.
Machakos, I believe.
In a big hospital.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's it's you know, and she's connected with us on Facebook. She calls us mom and dad,
Yeah.
and so, so
She's such a sweet girl.
yeah,
Gladys is just,
yeah.
yeah.
So we're really proud of her. You know, so before we wrap up here, are there any additional comments that you would like to make, or just observations that you would like to make to our viewers to maybe offer them up a word of encouragement?
Well, first of all, I know some of the people listening to this have been supporters of what God is doing through to mine in Kenya. I just want to thank you so much.
Mhm.
Your donation, however big or small, makes a huge, huge difference.
Yeah.
We believe that God is not done with us yet. There's a lot more to be done. We have a very ambitious vision that God has given us for the next 3 years to continue to do this. Um, and we just want to thank you. Like Pastor Kerry has said, it's a partnership. It's it's not a lot of money,
Mm.
but it literally changes lives.
Amen.
Um,
Amen. Amen.
we just want to say thank you, and we encourage you to get involved if you can.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Stanley, for taking a few moments to be with us today. I am just so blessed by your ministry, and I just pray that God will continue to bless you in abundant ways. And through this time that we have together today on this telethon, I just pray that God will raise up more and more people who will invest in the ministry of Tumaini. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and we will have another a segment where we interview others who are doing great works for God, works that you can have full confidence in that your money goes to the greatest need. Thanks again. Bye bye for now.